Hello, and welcome back to this module on ITIL Service Value System. We shall be continuing with Keep It Simple and Practical. Trying to provide a solution for every exception will often lead to overcomplication. When creating a process or a service, designers need to think about exceptions, but they cannot cover them all. Instead, rules should be designed that can be used to handle exceptions generally. Judging what to keep. When analyzing a practice, process, service, metric, or other improvement target, always ask whether it contributes to value creation. When designing or improving service management, it is better to start with an uncomplicated approach and then carefully add controls, activities, or metrics when it is seen that they are truly needed. For example, a step in the process may be perceived by the operational staff involved as a waste of time. However, from a corporate perspective, the same step may be important for regulatory compliance and therefore valuable in an indirect but nevertheless important way. It is necessary to establish and communicate a holistic view of the organization's work so that individual teams or groups can think holistically about how their work is being influenced by, and in turn influences, others. Conflicting objectives. When designing, managing, or operating practices, be mindful of conflicting objectives. For example, the management of an organization may want to collect a large amount of data to make decisions, whereas the people who must do the record keeping may want a simpler process that does not require as much data entry. Through the application of this and the other guiding principles, the organization should agree on a balance between its competing objectives. Applying the principle. To apply this principle successfully, consider this advice. Ensure value. Every activity should contribute to the creation of value. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. It may seem harder to simplify, but it is often more effective. Do fewer things, but do them better. Minimizing activities to include only those with value for one or more stakeholders will allow more focus on the quality of those actions. Respect the time of people involved. A process that is too complicated and bureaucratic is a poor use of time for the people involved. Easier to understand, more likely to adopt. To embed a practice, make sure it is easy to follow. Simplicity is the best route to achieving quick wins. Whether in a project or when improving daily operation activities, quick wins allow organizations to demonstrate progress and manage stakeholder expectations. Working in an iterative way with feedback will quickly deliver incremental value at regular intervals. Optimize and automate is the next concept. Optimization means to make something as effective and useful as it needs to be. Before an activity can be effectively automated, it should be optimized to whatever degree is possible and reasonable. It is essential that limits are set on the optimization of services and practices, as they exist within a set of constraints which may include financial limitations, compliance requirements, time constraints, and resource availability. The road to optimization. There are many ways in which practices and services can be optimized. The specific practices an organization uses to improve and optimize performance may draw upon guidance from ITIL, Lean, DevOps, Kanban, and other sources. Regardless of the specific techniques, the path to optimization follows these high-level steps. Understand and agree the context in which the proposed optimization exists. This includes agreeing the overall vision and objectives of the organization. Assess the current state of the proposed optimization. This will help to understand where it can be improved and which improvement opportunities are likely to produce the biggest positive impact. Agree what the future state and priorities of the organization should be, focusing on simplification and value. This typically also includes standardization practices and services, which will make it easier to automate or optimize further at a later point. Ensure the optimization has the appropriate level of stakeholder engagement and commitment. Execute the improvements in an iterative way. Use metrics and other feedback to check progress, stay on track, and adjust the approach to the optimization as needed. Continually monitor the impact of optimization. This will help to identify opportunities to improve methods of working. With that, we end this module. In the next session, we shall be continuing with Optimize and Automate. Until then, keep learning ITIL.